Hey everyone, this is Nathan Williams with blackcard79.com, and today I'm back here with another hand history review for you guys. I think this hand's pretty interesting. It's played at NL2 on America's Card Room. It was sent to me by Ryan from the US. And as you can see here, we're playing short-handed. It's only 4 players at the table. So the main villain in this spot is going to be villain 6. I'm just going to run through the pre-flop action here. So Ryan picks up ace-king on the button, obviously raising, awesome hands. Nothing really to talk about there. And villain 6 makes the call. Now, what kind of reads do we have on villain 6 here? Well, Ryan tells me that this guy, actually, when he played the hand against him, he was a complete unknown. So I'm not actually going to reveal. Ryan did get some reads later on, but I'm not going to actually reveal those until the end because I don't want to sort of taint our thought processes throughout this hand. So my approach with unknowns, basically at the lower stakes, is that I don't give them any credit. I assume that they are sort of not very good at poker. I basically just don't give them a whole lot of credit. The approach that I always take at the lower stakes is until somebody proves to me that they are a competent player, I assume that they're a recreational player. So let's see how this hand plays out. So right away, villain 6 does something extremely interesting. He decides to donk bet for full pot. Now, for me, honestly, I see that already as a sign of somebody who I don't like. Probably a recreational player is immediately what I think of when I see that, because there's nothing specifically wrong with donk betting, but it's just like, why would you donk bet full pot? It just doesn't make any sense at all. This kind of flop honestly kind of hits our range pretty hard as a pre-flop raiser with 2 Broadway cards there. And I really just don't see what betting full pot can possibly accomplish. Maybe you want to donk bet, make it 6 cents, 7 cents or something like that. But why? But when I see a full pot donk bet, the only type of players that I ever see doing that are recreational players. So I'm immediately assuming rec player. Now, this doesn't mean that we're ever folding here. The stacks are deep. They're 100 big blinds deep to start the hand. We have 2 solid over pairs, or over cards, sorry, and the gut shot to the nuts here. So it's just a simple, straightforward call. So we do pick up top pair on the turn there. Now let's see what villain 6 does first. And he decides to full pot c-bet once again. Again, guys, like, I just don't give these guys any credit. I've seen recreational players do this so many times over the years. This just pot right into you. And in my experience, over and over again, it's some sort of okay-ish hand. Like maybe he has a 10 or a queen or something. It's like queen jack or 10 jack or ace 10 or something like that is just a middle of the road hand, and he's massively overplaying it. This is just my experience over the years. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. What's your experience been like when a player is just potting the flop into you like this again and again? So we pick up top pair here. So top pair, top kickers. So I believe that we're going to be ahead here a lot. I think that the decision on the turn is the exact same as the flop. It's 100% call. Folding makes no sense, and raising makes no sense given his range. So Ryan agrees, and he makes the call. So we get a slightly interesting river there. Obviously, it's a little bit nasty in that if he did have a queen, he gets ahead, obviously, against us here on the river. Let's see what he does first. Full pot, of course. So this is the interesting spot in the hand. Do we call? Do we fold? Now, I already looked at this hand, so I know what Ryan does, and I actually do disagree with his decision here. I would make the call in this spot here, just for all of the reasons that I've kind of discussed throughout this hand. I think that, having just the experience that I've seen over the years, I've seen so many recreational players just massively overplaying something here. It could even, sometimes they will even just show up with a complete bluff here. So I would somewhat hesitantly make the call here. I know that he's going to flip over a queen from time to time, and it's going to be, that's you're not going to be too happy about it. It sucks, but I do think that we're going to be ahead a lot here. And our hand is definitely underrepresented as played. And yeah, against these unknowns, I'm not going to give them credit until they show me that they're a competent player. So, and actually, I will now reveal the read that Ryan did get. So after 18 hands, this guy was playing 100% of his hands, raising with 40% of them, and a 6% aggression factor. So he ended up being a total maniac in the end. But of course, we can't. We only found that Ryan only found that out after the fact, so we don't want to allow that to influence our decision making. If we think about the hand now, if I knew the guy was playing 100% of his hands, was a complete maniac, obviously we call here. We're going to be ahead a huge amount of the time, but he was a complete unknown at the time. So let me know what you guys think about this hand. I think it's definitely a super interesting spot. Once again, I'm not the god of all poker. I don't know everything. I do appreciate other opinions in the comments below. Let me know how you guys would have played this hand, if you agree with my comments or disagree. Make sure you like the video if you want to see more like this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out new videos like this all the time. And lastly, make sure you grab my free ebook, and it's the link in the description below. And that will give you my entire strategy on how I crush these stakes. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. This has been Nathan Williams with BlackRain79.com.